purchased off Teachers Pay Teachers. Let me go ahead and open up one of these files. As you can see, this one opened up in PowerPoint. Now, the reason why teachers save a lot of things and offer them in PowerPoint is because it seems to be the program that a lot of people have, and it's very easy to control how your fonts look in the end, because it all depends on what fonts you have on your computer installed at home. So let's go ahead and customize one of these binder covers here that I have. You'll see that a lot of times, somebody will type here or text in the box, and the font that they use will look like this. Now, that is not because they want you to use that font. The only reason it's in this font right now is because it's the default for the program. So you are free to use it if you like it, but if you want to use something different, you're able to go ahead and change that. So let me show you how to change that. I like to click on the box right here. I can go up here, and if you know the name of your font that you want to use, you just type it in here. If you're not too sure which one you want to use, or you want to just try different ones, you can click on the side here and take a look at all your fonts and choose from there. Now, I've been using this one a lot lately, so it's really clean and different. It's very cute, so I decided to use that one. I can go ahead and type now. Oops, it's my science folder, science binder. So let's say we have it like that, and I like the font and I like how it looks, but I want it bigger. You can change that with the little scrolling thing right here, but you don't have to just use that. You can go over here, so it's kind of small still, and just enter the size that you want. So now you see that it's off center because the text is bigger. So I can control what the placement is of that text box by clicking my arrows that are going up, down, right, and left. So it's completely under your control how you want it to look. Let's say I like how it looks right now. I can control what color the font is by going over here. You can choose one of these colors that's right there. They're the standard colors. You could also choose your own colors that you want by clicking over here. This little box is just showing you what color the font's going to be once you choose it. Let's say I want this yellow color. I can make it darker, I can make it lighter, completely up to you. Okay, and there it is. What if I wanted the same colors right here, or something that you see on the actual cover to match? You can do that by going here, click on that little dopper right there, and now I have a matching color for my binder here. Now that you have it like that, you can do a whole lot of stuff by going over here and just playing around. Let's say I wanted to add a little skinny line all the way around each letter. I would go here and just select it, and you can make it different colors. Let's say I want it white. There you have it. I can also add a reflection to it, and you can play with the little options right here for it. I can add a shadow, and it's very light right now, so you can barely see it, so you can control that also. You can control what angle the shadow is coming from. You can choose a color for the shadow. You can make the shadow look very far away or very near. You can blur it out a little bit. You can make it so it's not transparent, which makes it look very different. So it is, like I said, 100% up to you how you want it to look. Okay, now you're not just limited to how many boxes the author put on there. You are free to add more boxes wherever you want them. on your cover. So let's say this is my science folder and I wanted to add another text box. You just go up here to text box and put your box wherever you want it. So let's write Q1 on it. Click on it and change it again. Control the size here. I always like to center my text in the middle. And then again, you can control it by clicking up, down. And you can also move it around with your mouse, wherever you want it to be. Now that I have it how I want it, I can just go ahead and print it out. You are also able to add more boxes if you wanted to. So I wanted to add a student's name there. Control how big it is. If the box is not big enough, you can just control that by clicking on the side there, one of these little boxes. I like to center it again. You can control other stuff, color, even the fill-in boxes. You can do a lot of stuff with it. You can make a little box around it, stand out. Let me go back there. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that you can do with it. Now that you're happy with it, you can just go ahead and print it out. Now the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is where to find these fonts. Now I really recommend going to Teachers Pay Teachers and downloading the fonts from there, because a lot of these teachers are creating fonts for you to use at home, and they're very reasonably priced. So one of my favorite places to get them from is KG Fonts. And I'll click on her store right here. And this is a really neat option right here. You can go over here to her all font download, and she includes all of her fonts inside this one download. Then you just install them onto your computer. Now make sure that you shut your computer down, restart it, then the fonts will actually be active. If you don't do that, nothing will show up when you try to use that one font that you want to use. So make sure you go ahead and download it and then restart your computer, then it'll activate all your fonts that you downloaded. If there's a certain one that you want to use by someone, so let's say this is one of her most popular ones, you can certainly go in and download it for free. She has a free option. If you want to create products for Teachers Pay Teachers, you can go here and buy this one font for $5 from her. There's many other font artists out there. A Cupcake for the Teacher creates fonts and they're reasonably priced. Kara Carroll creates fonts. They're very reasonably priced also. So there's many people you can get them from out there. Now again, there's a big difference though. You can use them for free if you're planning on using them at home on your things that you're creating just to use for yourself, for your school, that kind of a thing. But if you're planning on selling anything, you will have to buy the commercial license. Now another place that I like to play with is defont.com. And they have tons of different fonts here. And again, you have to pay attention right here. This is free for personal use, so it's free for you to use on your products, on your things that you're going to just have at home. If you're planning on selling things with these fonts, you probably would want to buy a commercial license, and that can range from font to font. So that is pretty much it. I hope that showed you how to use special fonts and make your products look a little bit different at home. That way you're not using that same standard font on all your products at home. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.